Salutations, one and all. This is my reaction and review to RWBY Volume 9, Episode 1. And I have, a lot of thoughts about this already. I mean, I'm going to assume that Penny's death is going to be, hugely important in this volume. Oh god, I'm actually terrified. I'm legitimately terrified that this episode is going to start off with RWBY seeing Penny running towards her, only for John to step in and realize it's actually Neo in disguise, and then saving RWBY, at which point she's like, hey, John, how'd you know that wasn't Penny? And then he'll need to explain the truth, and then RWBY will cry, and then John will cry, and then I will cry. And from there, I'm guessing, both RWBY and John are going to go through a lot of, very strong emotions this volume. RWBY just lost her best friend for the second time, and John just killed somebody. I mean, I know it was more like an assisted suicide thing, but still, that's going to take a serious toll on him, and I've actually been predicting for a very long time that we're going to see an evil John. I mean, like, way back at the end of Volume 3, I figured there was a possibility that John would, go to the dark side. Like, he'd go to Salem because she's like, oh, I can raise the dead. And he'd be like, well, I really want to get Pure back, so alright, I'm going to join the forces of evil. Yay! Now, obviously, that was a big stretch, but now that they're in some weird, crazy Wonderworld thing, I could see his negative emotions getting the better of him and him being corrupted by some ultimate evil force out there in the darkness. Very interesting. As RWBY, like I said, I'm going to assume that she's going to spend a lot of this volume just crying and crying and crying, and I will cry as well, and eventually she'll be able to overcome that darkness and become even stronger for it. Somehow. Oh, and of course, we still have the rest of the team back in Remnant who think that RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and John are all dead. I mean, all the trailers we've gotten so far have focused on this, Wonderland world, this weird, insane madness that it is. But I'm hoping we also get flashes over to Remnant, flashes over to Shade Academy, and we see how everyone's doing. Do they really think the team is dead, or are they holding out hope they somehow, someway found a way to survive? Very excited for that, and very excited to see Oscar's growth after losing RWBY, see what he becomes as a result of it. I mean, I'd really love to see him take more of a leadership role in Shade Academy, now that he is, essentially becoming Ozpin. Very curious, very curious. But let's get started in 3, 2, 1.
This is the story of a girl who had a lot of problems.
Yep, that sounds like RWBY. She has a lot of problems. And now I'm hearing a heartbeat. Very concerning. Rushing wind, I'm guessing RWBY's still falling. This is honestly pretty... Oh, holy mother of God. Okay, that was terrifying. That was actually terrifying. Yeah, seeing all this from RWBY's perspective is just so utterly unnerving, and I think this does, give evidence to what I said before, that this volume is going to be focused on RWBY's emotions, her feelings, and learning just to deal with all the trauma that she's been hit with ever since she was a little girl and her mother didn't come home. And we got these weird balls of light. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. Are they souls? Are they pure energy? What's up with that? Very cool looking, though. Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously, Neo, you are literally falling to your death, and you still want to fight in this moment. How absolutely freaking insane are you? I mean, I've read your book, so I know you are really insane, but still. Oh, that's just mean. That is just really mean. I mean, there's no tactical advantage to her looking like Yang. She just wants to upset and terrify RWBY. Oh, come on. Penny, too? That just meant to hurt us. That is just meant to hurt us, honestly. Okay, there are 2 suns in the sky. I may be remembering things wrong, but I don't think there are 2 suns in the sky in Remnant. Very curious. That is a really freaky bird right there. Okay, and I remember this scene from the trailer. That bird's gonna be there again. Yep. Okay, so she's basically in a time loop, or reality itself is looping. Very terrifying. Very, very terrifying. Oh, it's little, it's little, it's little. Oh, I love that little mouse. I am not loving that angry bird, though. That is really starting to get my nerves. Just over and over and over again. Oh, poor Ruby. I mean, you can technically fly. You want to try that? Yeah, now is a very good time for a nice long cry. You absolutely deserve it. You have had just the longest day. Seriously, have you actually slept since Volume 7? I feel like, Volume 8 was just like one really, really long day. And I'm not sure if Ruby ever actually had a chance to get any sleep during that period. I know Nora did because she was injured, but Ruby was taking care of her, so I don't think she did. And this is like a crazy fantasy world, so I'm wondering if it's raining because Ruby started to cry, like if her emotions affected the weather. Like in Legend of Korra, when she got emotional in the spirit world, things got crazy really fast. It would be interesting if that's the case here, where, having strong emotions, expressing strong emotions in this world actually affects the world itself. Aww. Ruby's so good with animals. I love her. I freaking love her. I mean, Little, you can talk. You could just, ask for the fruit. You don't have to play this, weird charades thing. Still adorable. I freaking love him.
I could try.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Seriously, that shrug, I could try. Oh, that's adorable. Also, Ruby, your uncle can turn into a bird. Is a talking mouse really that crazy for you? Just saying.
Why are you yelling? Because you...
Yes, now Ruby's the one playing charades. Ruby, you can also talk,
Do you want to share? Oh,
I'm a human. A girl. A huntress.
Yeah, Ruby, you are so far outside the realm of the ordinary here. And that's how you finish things off. I'm a huntress. This thing doesn't know what a human or a girl is, but you think he'll recognize your job title. No, he will not.
a lot of things.
How about I call you Little for now?
Little? Oh, God, it's such an adorable name, and I love it so much.
Would that be alright?
What's wrong?
Have you seen...
She's had such a long day, Little. She could spend the next 6 hours explaining everything that's wrong right now.
I'm sure it'll make sense eventually.
Little, I don't think anything from this world is ever gonna make any sense.
Well, cat ears.
Oh my god, I am so excited to see Little and Blake interacting this volume. I know it's probably going to be a very sad, tragic volume, but that right there, that is something that gets me very excited.
Sorry, I should have known. I've seen plenty of cartoons.
Oh, plenty of cartoons. Yeah, so canonically, Tom and Jerry exists in this world. Love it.
What is this place?
I don't know.
None of my guesses really make sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's two suns in the sky, and like I said, I'm fairly certain that's not the case of Remnant, so it makes sense why they are very, very confused about where exactly they are. Oh, the sad ear's going down. That is so precious.
What happened after we fell?
Oh, that is a story. That is very much a story, and not a happy one, I'm afraid. Which long? Still got a good 10 minutes left. So, she's gonna have to tell them about Penny.
We should focus on finding everyone else first.
Yeah, she doesn't want to tell the story more than once. That makes a lot of sense. Hey, she found her sword. Awesome. Good for her. I mean, RWBY still doesn't have her crescent rose, so I was kind of wondering if they were getting, like, new weapons or something. Also, this is a weird mash of vines, and I'm gonna guess it's probably alive. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm really liking this volume because just the characters feel so alive. They aren't just like standing around. They're like so expressive with their movements. I know that's something RWBY's always done fairly well, but it really feels like, they're going above and beyond this volume, at least so far over the first, 9 minutes, but we'll see how that goes, as we continue forward. Seriously? Oh my god, Weiss jumping up and down. That feels like something we haven't seen in a while. Okay, whole bunch of mice coming out to save the day. Interesting.
The trap has been sprung!
Oh, it was okay, no, they weren't coming out to save the day. They were coming out to eat Weiss and Blake. Fascinating.
Justice befalls our prey!
Are they talking? Not what I'm worried about right now.
Seriously, Blake? I mean, you are a cat. These are a bunch of mice. Doesn't it interest you a little bit?
But the hunter!
Okay, yeah, so they are definitely going to eat Blake and Weiss. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Little, can you please wake up now and stop your friends from eating my friends?
What's going on? She pulled the cheese out of the ground!
Okay, wait a minute. Those plants are made of cheese. I mean, I thought they looked, a little bit cheese-like, but those are, in this world, cheese grows out of the ground. I know this is a talking mouse world, and there's nothing that makes a whole lot of sense, but cheese grows out of the ground might just be the craziest thing we've seen so far.
Your own!
Oh, God. And apparently the thought of somebody being able to pull out cheese by themselves is so insane, someone actually fainted. I love it. I love the nonsense we've seen so far. It is beautiful.
Please understand that our kind is a bit skeptical of cats.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, honestly.
Long, blonde hair. Looks kind of scary, but isn't. But could be if she wanted to.
Yes, that sums up Yang fairly well. I was wondering why all they were saying was blonde hair, but yeah, looks scary, but isn't, but can be is fully Yang. That describes her perfectly.
If you want to go to the cliff, I could help with that.
Oh, Blake, I am loving you in Little. I'm already loving you in Little. Yeah. Oh, I'm so loving Little. He's already my favorite part of this volume.
Weiss, I was wondering,
Oh, God.
if you fell,
Oh, God, not this conversation. How much time do we have left? Good 6 minutes. Another, 2 of them are the intro. Oh, this is gonna be a conversation I really don't want to see.
are there others down here too?
Well, there's John.
What happened?
I don't know if anyone else fell. No.
Oh,
I think we should...
wait, was John the last one to fall? Actually, I remember the order. I mean, John was rushing to the gate, but wasn't he rushing with Weiss? I really don't remember, actually. I might need to go back and
Find
double
Yang.
check.
If she's even down here. Then we can go over everything.
White is trying so hard not to talk about this right now, and it's just gonna make things so much worse. Seriously, seriously, Weiss, just pull off the freaking Band-Aid. Oh, that was a terrifying sound. That was a very, very terrifying sound. Are they searching? Holy mother of God. Okay, yeah, this thing's terrifying. Is it saying stop? Searching, stop? Detecting. Listening. Detecting, listening, searching, stop. This thing feels very robotic, and unfortunately RWBY still doesn't have her weapon, and her hand-to-hand combat skills aren't particularly great. It really does feel like she should have, a backup weapon, even just like a small dagger would be insanely helpful right now. Is it danger? I really can't make out what he's saying some of the time. Rip, rip, tear.
I said I wasn't done with you yet!
Oh, yay! Yang was in the middle of fighting him. Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh, no, no, no. She lost an arm. Again. She really should keep better track of that thing. So, yeah, Yang doesn't have her arm, and RWBY doesn't have her weapons. They are really, not fighting at full capacity right now. Retreat. Wait. Wait, return. Okay, so it's gonna come back later when it has, the upper hand. Or when they're all sleeping.
You weren't supposed to be here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess she really didn't want, RWBY to fall along with her.
If you thought we wouldn't come for you, then you must have forgotten who raised me.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Oh my god, that might be the best line we've ever gotten between RWBY and Yang. If you thought I wouldn't come, you must have forgotten who raised me. Oh, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic, and I love it.
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Why not? You
Yeah, Yang, I'm sure you've had a very strange day, but there is a talking mouse in your sister's hood. I'm sure whatever you say, they will believe you.
trustworthy?
Ruby?
What is that?
Yes. Oh my god, that tackle! I went to pause to comment on Yang's expression, but oh my god, that tackle. Oh, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. Oh. Oh, I love them. I freaking love them together.
I sort of thought you'd be...
Okay, that was so perfect. This volume is already just blowing me out of the water. First off, we had the actual sister moment between RWBY and Yang, which is very, very rare in this series. They gave them their time, they gave them the chance to, say, I came for you, of course I came for you. And then they let Bumblebee have their moment with the tackle and the hug, and it's so precious. I love it. I freaking love it.
a little happier to see us. It must have gone pretty bad, huh?
Oh, it did. It went very, very badly. I mean, Yang was the first one to get knocked off. That's when the fight was still going, fairly well. After that, the other three, they struggled. They absolutely struggled. Oh, no. I know I said you need to rip off the Band-Aid, but... Oh, this is gonna hurt me. This is gonna hurt me so badly.
Weiss.
Everything happened so fast. No one came back from Vacuo to help.
They couldn't come back. The portal was one way because you idiots don't know how to ask for a freaking wish.
And Penny, she...
Oh, no. No.
tried to help, but she sacrificed herself.
God. Oh, God. Poor RWBY. Poor RWBY. Yeah, that's it. She's done. She's shot. Like I said, she hasn't slept in probably a good couple days, and she just keeps taking hits over and over again. First her mother, then Penny, then Pyrrha, and now Penny a freaking again. It's too much. It is too much for this little girl.
Or what happened to everyone?
The relic is currently in Cinder/Salem's hands, and everyone else seemed to make it through the portal fairly okay, and they made it to State Academy. Yay! Oh, God, poor RWBY.
Vacuo? Or...
And again, when she gets emotional, it starts to rain. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Maybe everyone else made it. I
Oh,
don't know.
God, little Fanning her is so precious. Oh, I love that mouse. I love that mouse.
But I have a bad feeling.
Neo's here too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Neo fell with her and tried to kick her butt while they were falling. And just, oh, God. That being Ruby's first words. That being Ruby's first words upon, learning that her best friend died. That hurts me in my soul. And it goes to show Ruby's greater problem. She doesn't handle her emotions. She doesn't handle her tragedies. She's just fully focused on the mission. She is a huntress above all else. And so the first thing she says, the first thing she thinks of is the danger to herself and her teammates.
All right. She attacked me when we were falling.
Yeah, she is not all right. She is not all right. And she is trying so hard not to think about Penny right now.
What if we're dead?
Oh! Wow, Yang. Okay, that was the big fan theory. This is the afterlife. This is heaven. This is hell. This is whatever. But I wasn't expecting Yang to actually say that. Oh my god.
I know how this sounds, but I think we're in a fairy tale.
Yeah, this certainly looks like a fairy tale. That island is made of candy, that other island is made of blood. I don't really know what else that could be. Other ones, mushrooms, volcanoes, I think there's like chains on that mountain. Not really sure what fairy tale involves chains, but interesting. And yeah, not only is that whole island made of candy, but the island itself is cake. I just realized that is actually freaking cake. Also, why? Why would the afterlife not be a fairy tale? That makes as much sense as anything else in this world. Okay, and that's... Oh. Alright, now we get the opening. Yes, John is very, very upset. There's blood in his sword and tears in his eyes. And Neo just is looking, really mopey right now. I'm not really sure why. She's trapped in a fantasy world where she can finally get her revenge. Not against Cinder, but at least against Ruby. That's something. Oh, cool. We're seeing the different, designs, how the characters became who they are today. Again, that definitely strengthens my, feeling that this volume is going to be about the, team, and especially Ruby facing their past, facing everything they've been through and learning to overcome it, learning to become stronger as a result of it. Oh, that is sad. That is so sad. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 Ruby is just smiling, happy, not caring the world. Volume 4, 5, 6 Ruby on the right is, broken. Just very, very sad. And now our current Ruby, she's just facing the other way, staring off into the distance. Oh, that hurts. It really hurts. And who the freak are you? Why are you interrupting Ruby's sad moments? Very, very curious. And again, those plants are actually cheese. Cheese grows underground. So strange. So strange. And there are... that's a raccoon, okay? So there are little raccoon people in this world. Though also, that person in the back on the right side of the screen, they look fairly human. Little may it sound like this world doesn't have any humans. That person seems human. Very curious. Maybe, the mice haven't actually explored outside the forest, so they don't know anything other than just the forest and the forest critters. Oh, mother of God. Okay, that is... we have the Red Queen soldiers, but the Red Queen herself looks like a doll mechanica something. Just very, very unsettling. And of course, the Cheshire Cat over in the corner. And, okay, what's the deal with number 5 right there? At first I thought that was Blake's, shadow, Blake's quirk, her semblance, but I think that's somebody else entirely. Are they gonna get a new companion for this journey? Did Penny reincarnate already? Probably not, but I can be hopeful. And again, Ruby, very, very sad here. And again, in this shot right here, there is a distance between Ruby and her teammates. She's a good, 2-3 feet away from White, whereas everyone else is within, a foot of each other. And I love the Cheshire Cat chasing after Little. Oh, that's adorable. And again, they're all running. Ruby is just kind of trudging along in the distance behind everyone else. It does make me think she's going to be separated from them at some point. Yeah, I think she actually got slower with each turning of the pages while the rest of them just started running more and more quickly. Okay? What's up with that? John and the clocks. I mean, whenever we've seen clocks before, it's always been in association with Ozpin. So why is John seeing clocks? Maybe some sort of evil entity said, "Oh, if you take my hand, I will give you the power to turn back time. I will let you undo all of your mistakes." Very curious. Oh, and there was the person. I think there was a person who was leading Team RWBY before. Best guess would be, I mean, this is Wonderland, that would be Alice, I suppose? We aren't seeing her face, though, and she was in shadows before, so is she some sort of, like, big secret for some reason? Very curious. Okay, that was terrifying. That was very, very terrifying. Let's rewind. I mean, just those wide, crazy eyes and that smile. I mean, the smile itself was fine, but the wide eyes before it were just very unsettling. Oh, Neo. Oh, God above. Looks like Neo is going to gather a whole army by herself this volume. Yay. And she seems to be in the lead of it, weirdly enough. I wonder if there's some sort of, like, time dilation and Neo's been here for, like, 2-3 years while everyone else, just arrived 5 minutes ago. And again, the weird dude who kept whispering words I could barely understand. Is he going to be, like, the big bad, or is he just, like, one of an army of big bads? Oh, I definitely think that's John right there. I definitely think that's John, and he just goes, full Dark Knight because of just all the trauma he's had to deal with. Oh, actually, in this shot, Ruby's leading. She's running. Okay, so that is optimistic. Maybe by the end of the volume, this is, Ruby. She'll take back the leader role. She'll be able to lead her teammates. She'll have found a way to deal with all of her trauma from the past. I would love if that's the case. I mean, they are on the tree, so hopefully by the time they get to the tree, Ruby's dealt with all of her feelings and stuff. Okay. The night with... Oh, the rabbits! John has always been associated with rabbits. Sort of. I mean, that was more the case in the Ice Queendom anime, but also let's not forget his shirt is a rabbit. What was it? Pumpkin Pete's cereal? Oh my god, yeah, that was actually, that was weird. That was very, very weird, but... Okay, so if there is a knight with a rabbit, I'm gonna say that's John. I'm definitely gonna say that's John. Very strange, weird-looking evil queen. Little in his, cheese plants. And I guess that would be, Alice, except for, I'm pretty sure it's Alice, but there's someone in the background with glasses. Actually, now I think about it, Alice does look familiar. I would definitely need to go back and double check this, but I seem to recall in one of Ozpin's past lives, he had a pair of daughters, and one of them looked quite a bit like her. So is that another child of, is that a child of Ozpin they're going to run across? I mean, I theorized before there might be some sort of time dilation, so maybe that's why she's here in this world, centuries after she should have died. Very curious. No idea about that. That's a caterpillar from Wonderland. What's up? Oh yeah, that's a weird whispering dude. And at the bottom of it all is Neo. So is Neo going to be the big bad? I'm honestly not sure. Though, like I said before, if John ends up, taking on the armor and becoming the Rabbit Knight, maybe he won't actually admit who he is for the whole volume. Like, he'll just, stay in the armor because he doesn't feel like, he's worthy of being with RWBY. Not being with RWBY, but, being friends with RWBY after he killed Penny. That would make sense. And it would mean that John wouldn't be, full evil Dark Knight. Not sure about that. And, okay, finally we have Alice. Again, I'm just going to call her Alice. I mean, knowing RWBY, her name's probably going to be something like, Chalice, or I don't know. Hey, Crescent Rose. Awesome. Okay, so that was a very, very intense first episode. Like as before, I feel like the animation is just really fantastic so far this volume. The characters have so much more life. They aren't just standing around. They're like being so expressive. They're jumping. The frame rate on the shots is a little bit off, but I'm alright with that because they're just so expressive and they're so, like moving so much. I'll take that. Little, I absolutely freaking love Little. He's my favorite character. And RWBY is gonna deal with a whole lot of pain this volume. Seriously, I mean, oh my god. She found out Penny, her best friend, had died for the second time immediately blacked out from just the horror of it all, woke up and is like, yeah, by the way, we also have to fight Neo. Oh, that hurts. That hurts way more than I expected. I mean, figured Ruby would cry, she'd break down, she'd do something, but Ruby barely reacting at all after everything that happened is just so much worse, and it hurts me so badly. But yeah, those are my thoughts in the first episode's volume. Please let me think down below. What's the deal with this weird dude, kind of like a monkey who just talks in these crazy whispers? What's the deal with the girl that I am for now calling Alice? What, is she actually Osmond's daughter? I may know that's an insane theory, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. Where's John? Is he the Dark Knight, the Rabbit Knight? That would make so much sense. And, how much trauma is Ruby going to go through this volume, and where is it eventually going to lead her? How is she going to overcome all the pain of her past? I mean, I've said before many times, it always feels like she dodges the pain, she avoids it. She's like, oh, I'm not worried about it. Let's focus on the mission. The mission's all that matters. So I feel like the only way she can really deal with pain is to go through it, to actually fight through it, to actually feel and embrace all of it, and come out the other side. Assuming it doesn't fully destroy her, which also a possibility. Oh god, just more time. I need to point out, oh god, I love this line so much. If you didn't think I'd come after you, who do you think raised me? Oh, it is beautiful. It is so beautiful, and I freaking love it. But please, let me know what you think down below, and until next time, peace!